Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. My name is Jason. Welcome to this whiskey review where today we're going to be reviewing the Chivas Regal 12-year-old. And I'm actually going to be doing also a mini series into Chivas Regal. So whichever ones I've got on my table, including the unique Mizunara, I'm actually going to tell you about the actual core range in just a second. So if you actually like this and you're new to my channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with daily videos. And I'm actually going to leave a link to the playlist here so you can actually check out the playlist once I have all the series uploaded. So, Chivas Regal, it's a blended Scotch whiskey and it's very well known all around the world because of its very well distribution everywhere. You find it on bars and restaurants, even in professional whiskey shops, you'll definitely see this. And if you're new to the category of whiskey, you don't know what a blended Scotch whiskey is, it's actually where they take a combination of single malts and single grains and they marry the two together and that gives you a blended Scotch whiskey. Now, Chivas 12 is the entry level in the Chivas range, and they actually have quite a few different expressions in the Chivas portfolio. You've got the basic Chivas 12, then you've got the age statement range, which is the 12, the 18, and the 25, and there's also a new special release for travel retail, which is called the XV, meaning 15-year-old, and it's also have a maturation in it which I've been told has champagne cask. So it's going to be having a very unique flavor profile. If I get my hands on that, I'll definitely have it here on the channel because I'll be interested to see how that affects the flavor profile of Chivas. Now, you've also got the other range of Chivas, which is another travel retail exclusive, being the Brothers Blend, which is specially created to replicate a much more rounder character Chivas with a bit more Longmorn and Strathyla in the blend. Then you've also got the Mizunara, which I've got over there, which is really interesting whiskey, and I can't wait to cover that. You've also got the Extra, where they focus in on using more sherry casks to give you a bit more of a different, sweeter character about it. And you've also got the Altis. Now, the Altis is one of their ultra premium, and it's not a blended Scotch, but it's a blended malt whiskey with 5 distilleries using their single malts to combine that whiskey together to give you that one's character. So, let's get on to reviewing this. I have a little dram poured. It is a 12-year-old whiskey bottled at 40% ABV. The parent company for it is Pernod Ricard, and you also get referred to as well as the Chivas Brothers. And actually, if you don't know the actual master blender, one of the master blenders, which you actually see on the 18-year-old bottle, is Colin Scott. So I'm hoping to meet him, and also I met Sandy at the ISC Awards, which actually I'll try to get an interview as well here on the channel. So, its actual price point on this bottle, because many of you will be wondering around the world, what is the price in London? And I paid £26 for this one in travel retail when I was flying back home. You can pick it up for £27 at the minute in supermarkets, but that's a 70cl bottle. And it's not an exclusive whiskey. You can find it pretty much everywhere. So without further ado, let's get into assessing the flavor profile and we'll get our notes. So into the news. So starting things out on the aroma for the Chivas 12, you straight away get these almost like a dried green apple loops, which you can buy from the health shops, which are actually kind of chewy as well, but it gives me that really nice sort of appley character, but more of a green apple in it and a little bit dry character. It does even have a little bit of a sweeter character, and this is like a sweet vanilla custard, accompanied by a little bit of fudge on the end, and a bit of malty biscuits, a little bit chewy, but at the same time giving you a sweet malty character. There is even a bit of honey going on the end of this one, and in the beginning I was actually not getting so much of a sweet aroma, but as I've left it a little bit of time whilst doing the intro, it's actually developed a little bit more in the glass and given me a bit more of a sweeter, fruitier character as well. There's even a little bit of butterscotch for me that reminds me of those Werther originals I used to get when I was younger, and that was just something I used to love going in to get from the sweet shops. But overall, that's about it. There's even a little character on there with a little bit of pear as well. But that's about it for the nose. Let's jump straight into the palate. Sláinte. That's good. So, arrival onto the palate. You're greeted straight away by a nice light medium texture. It's not too heavy and it's approachable, making it very easygoing on the palate. But straight away I'm getting, as you leave it there, I'm getting those green apples. It's not cider green apples. They've become a bit more softer and they're starting to let you really just enjoy the juicy character that they're willing to give off. You're getting ripe conference pears. I'm actually developing a slight cereal character now. A bit of maltiness and a little bit of saltiness, which is actually very unusual. I actually never had this before in a Chivas, but maybe leaving it in the glass for a little bit longer developed this character. It's almost like a sweet, salty character, like a salted caramel. I'm even getting like a little bit of vanilla shortbread. Really interesting on this whiskey. And there is a little bit of a herbal character as well, almost like a bit of fennel coming through. A bit grassy. But almost like, actually say, like a dried hay character. There it develops again that little bit of salty character that bursts on the tip of the tongue, almost like salted almonds, giving a slight nutted character. And then there's a bit of like lemon peel, but with a little bit of even lemon juice combined together right on the end. Wow, this has got so much character. I like how it's developed actually in the glass, because when I did my original tasting notes, I didn't get that much character, but now leaving it for a little bit of time has let it open up. Let's get into the finish and we'll come to our conclusion on the Chivas 12. So now into the finish for this whiskey. I am getting that little bit of that salted almonds character, but the actual note that I wanted to mention on the actual palate, which I'm getting now on the finish, is that vanilla character. I thought it was vanilla oak, as I felt it drying a little bit, but it's like vanilla fudge. It's got that nice sweetness that accompanies it, and it's comforting and very enjoying, leaving a nice medium finish to this whiskey. So let me give you my actual rating for the whiskey and give you my comments. And for this one, I'm actually going to give it 86 out of 100. Now with the Chivas 12-year-old, in terms of value for money, I think it is a little bit higher than it should be, but it is pricing itself alongside the likes of Johnnie Walker Black, and I actually might do a comparison, so if you guys would like that, let me know in the comments section. But for me, I feel it's got a really nice character, that lemony character that comes through, that nice sweet vanilla fudge. If you aerate it a little bit in your mouth, you'll start to get this character. If you do add water in it will reduce that little bit of salty character, which I found in that salted almonds, which is very unusual. I normally don't get salted characters and sometimes blended scotches, but sometimes it just follows through. And in terms of does it need time? Time I wouldn't personally recommend. And that reason behind that, if you are looking to try it neat, time will actually prevent the nose from it growing on you. And what I found with it, for me, actually just nosing it again after a few minutes, I found the nose has started to, it went to its peak and now it's fading down a little bit. So maybe the length of the actual nosing ability over time doesn't do it favors. But the palate wise, the profile, in terms of complexity, in terms of the flavors, I really enjoyed it. And it's something that just goes well, whether you want to drink it neat, with ice, with whatever you want to do, with a few drops of water. Enjoy this whiskey the way you like it. And by all means, that way you will enjoy your whiskey at the end of the day. And you can also experiment to see the different characters and highlight them furthermore. So 86 out of 100 is going to be my rating for this video. Let me know if you've tried it down below in the comment section and what's your favorite whiskey from the Chivas range. But this has been me, JasonWhiskyWise, a very silent Mr. Bananas. And I'll leave some other videos on the screen here, and we'll catch you for the next video. Sláinte.